In my opinion, the perfect celebration is made up of three things. First, the people, then the food and drink, and lastly, the decorations. I'm going to leave who you invite and what you eat and drink. That's up to you. But I can help you with the decorations because today on the Virtual Village Hall, I'm going to show you how to make some rustic table settings out of air dry clay. We're going to start with a super easy candle holder, and then we're going to move on to some personalised place cards. So without further ado, let's get going. All of the materials and equipment are in the show notes above. I'm going to pop you down and we'll get started. So here we have our very simple rustic looking candle holders, because in my opinion you can never have too many candles, be that if they're lighted or if you use the little LED ones. These, as I say, are made out of air dry clay. If you've been following on the last few weeks, this is the fourth and last in a series of things you can make with air dry clay. I'll have a chat through some of those as we go along, what we've made, and you can always go back and see them on the Virtual Village Hall if you're interested in having a go at those as well. So we start with these candle holders. As I say, really, really easy to make. I'll just move those to one side. I've got a piece of acrylic in front of me. You need just something as long as it's flat and smooth to work off of. I've taken a piece of my air dry clay and I'm just going to mould that about a little bit, just roll it in my hands, get it nice and soft and malleable. And I'm just going to take a bit off. I don't think we need all of that. So for the candle holders, you want them quite thick. You're going to roll quite a thick amount of clay because we need to make sure that our candles don't fall over. So I'm just going to roll out a piece of air dry clay. This is from a kilogram pack. And if you're wondering how much they cost between about £4 to £5, but I know that they do seem to be on special offer at the moment. I have seen one for £2 in a rather large craft store that you might know. Okay, so to cut my shapes, I'm just going to use cookie cutters. So I've got a star shape and I've also just got like a scone biscuit one. I quite like using the fluted edge, so I'm going to start with one of those. And I just push down. As I say, make sure it's you've rolled it out nice and thick. I would say that is, bear with me. That's probably sort of 1.5 centimeters thick. You can go thicker if you like. Then I'm going to put it on a piece of cling film. This is so that I can move it around a bit later. Put it on my cling film. Then I want to take my candle. I've got a very thin tapered candle, but you can use any table candles. I especially like these because it's very difficult to find small candle holders. So these are great for making these. And then roughly in the middle, I'm not too fussed because they're rustic, which I quite like. I quite like that term because it does cover a multitude of sins. Make sure that's down really firm. And then I'm just going to take it out. We don't need it to dry in there. Take that out. And then you can, if you want, just add something as well. So I'm going to add just a simple little word using these small alphabet stamps. So these are absolutely adorable. So you could add a name if you like, or just a word. Go. And just make sure I get everything around the right way. You simply press into the clay. And that really is done. You then just need to leave that to dry. So because it is very thick, that will take quite a while to dry, possibly up to a week, I think. But you'll notice sort of over the next few days that the surface will harden. Now, once it is dry, you can either leave it like that, add it to, put your candles in, add it to your table display. Or if you like, you can add a little bit of gold leaf just to pick out that letter. I don't know if you can see there. So this is actually one that we did couple of weeks ago. So these little ceramic keepsakes, done in a shape of your choice, and then you can add either someone's name or a nice positive word. Again, we used just gold leaf. So if you want to find out how to do that, then if you go back to ceramic keepsakes, if you just search for that on the Virtual Village Hall Facebook page, then you'll be able to find out how to do that. So that's my first one done. So my next one I'm going to show you is with the tea light, and you can probably guess already how that's done. Actually, I'm going to keep that on there, don't I? So I'll just move that out of the way. So let's just get that clay back into a ball. So if you've just joined us here on the Virtual Village Hall, hello, welcome, thanks for popping by. Please do pop in the comments, say hi. We always love to know where you're watching from. And if this does spur you into activity and you want to have a go yourself, and we are making some place settings, and we're starting off with these really easy candle holders. So again, you want this one quite thick too. Make sure I've rolled it. I'm going to stand up for this bit. Make sure I've rolled out enough. Just need to roll it out slightly more. There we go. That's just enough. So I'm going to use my star biscuit cutter for this. Just really gently pull it out because we want to keep those lines fairly straight. We don't mind a bit of a wobble. They're rustic, but let's keep it looking nice. And then, this one is for your tea lights. And I say you can do this with any shape you like. I just quite like using the star. Make sure it's about in the middle. And then you're just going to push down, giving nice even pressure so that candle is going to sit flat, so that it will burn evenly. As I say, you can use the LED candles as well. Safety first. Okay, that's enough. So just very carefully wiggle that out. Make sure that's flat. There we are. And there is your tea holder. Again, if you wanted to, you could decorate this maybe with some gold leaf, like we did with the other one. Just use some of the alphabet letters, or maybe you've got some other stamps you could just stamp into that. But I do quite like them. I think they're really effective just on their own like that. So what do you think? Do you think you could have a go at making one of those? They're quite easy, aren't they? So if that's a bit too easy for you, I'm going to show you another. I should have actually put that onto the cling film before I started pushing in. So if that's a bit easy, I'm going to show you another thing that you can do. And for this one, we are going to make some ceramic place settings. So you can go really natural with these. I think that one actually look really beautiful at maybe like a wedding. If you know anyone that's getting married, maybe suggest that they want to make their own place settings like this, and nice little keepsakes to take away. Or you can just add a little bit of evergreen and a ribbon. So whatever your style is, I'm going to show you how to make these. Again, let's bring back our nice smooth piece of plastic. And we've got some leftover clay. You don't need a lot for this at all. And let's just roll that into a ball. And then roll it out flat. So these ones you don't need so thick. You can actually make them as thin as you want, really. And the thinner that they are, the quicker they'll dry. So if you do need these last minute, or sort of with just a day to go before you want to use them, And you see I'm just rolling and turning just so that it doesn't get stuck to the board. Nice and gently roll that out. I'm going to do a couple more rolls. So at this point, if you want, you can use a ruler or just a straight edge. I'm just going to go, so I might just use, my ruler has gone walkabouts. So actually, I'm just going to use a piece of card. So I want a little bit of a straight edge. I'm really, really poor at doing straight lines just by eye. So I'm just going to use a little straight edge. And what I'm going to be doing is just cutting out these strips and then just giving them a pointy end. So you can cut as many as you want, and you can make them as long as you want, as wide as you want. Just let me take that up a bit just so I don't want them sticking. Let's cut these out. So it's actually my last session of the year on the Virtual Village Hall today. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of your support, and thank you to everyone that works behind the scenes. There's a lot that goes on that you don't see, all you virtual villagers, but everyone works so hard to make the Virtual Village Hall happen. So thank you to everyone involved, and thank you to yourselves as well for your support. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting on all of the sessions at the Virtual Village Hall. And as a thank you, I'd like to invite you to join Print Club. It's absolutely free to join, and you'll get crafted tutorials sent to your inbox every month. And there's also the option of a complimentary online workshop a couple of times a year that you can join in. So if that's your sort of thing, if you like doing crafty things, then please do sign up for that. As I say, it's absolutely free. All you have to do is go to iprintedthat.com. That's my website. And then just enter your email address and you'll be signed up. Any questions that you've got about Print Club, please do pop them in the comments. I know quite a few of you are members already, which is brilliant. There's a video coming out next week, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, just a thank you really, because it's so lovely to, all the great comments that we get. It really does make it all worthwhile. So yeah, so if you want to sign up to Print Club, iprintedthat.com, and then just enter your email address at the top of the page. So I've got 3 out of that. These are really great for just using up little bits of clay that you've got left that you maybe don't want to put back in the pack. So I'm going to put these onto the cling film. Oh look, and I managed to there we go, I managed to put a big dent in that one, so I will add that back to my block, and I'll have to redo that one. So let's pop those down like that. Now we want to make the hole in the top just here. That's going to be where we put our string or our cord, ribbon, and also our evergreen or dried seed heads. And I'm losing everything today. Here we go. So you just want to make a hole. So I just use the end of a thin paintbrush. You just use whatever you've got to hand really, and make a hole near the top. And I'm just going to make sure that's gone completely through, like so. And then I want to add my names. So again, using the alphabet stamps. So I'm gonna, this is going to be my place name, I think. So we need R, A, C, H, E, L. There we go. And I want my name to run from here to here. So I'm actually going to print it backwards. So if you've got, thankfully with my name, I don't have any repeated letters, so I can just print it like this. But if you had letters that you needed to repeat, you could do each one individually, just making sure that you've spaced them nicely. So just nice even pressure, make sure everyone gets printed. Ta-da! Just like that. So you want to let these to dry. Again, these are going to take sort of a couple of days because they're not as thick. The thinner you go, the less time they take to dry. When they're dry, add your ribbons through the hole and some evergreen or some dried seed heads. And again, if you wanted to add a bit of bling, go in, like I said before, just go in with the gold leaf into the letters, and that will really make them pop. And that's something really nice that people can take away. And also, as I was doing some samples for these, I thought how nice these would be as little presents for gardeners. You could actually use these as the little seed, oh, I can't think of the word, seed markers, that's the word, seed markers. So you might want to make them waterproof, so you just need to put a non-toxic varnish over them. But yeah, I think they'd make really nice little presents as well. Yeah, great. So that's done. That's the 4 sessions of the air dry clay. We started off last month with flower frogs, which hold stems of flowers. You might have seen them. I'll show you one here. Here we go, just round circles, printed, just imprinted with some natural elements, and then you can lay them on top of a vase and put your stems in. That was a really lovely one to do. We then followed that on with the ceramic keepsakes, like so. And then finally, last week, we made these little treat and trinket bowls. Oh, that was close. These treat and trinket bowls. Just finished off with a tinted glaze and also some gold leaf. So as I say, all of those are on the virtual village hall, so you can go back and watch all of those. If you just joined us now, if you're coming to the end, then we're just coming to the end. You can go and watch this again on replay. Please do like, comment, share it with any craft groups, any friends who you think might find this interesting. And yeah, that is me for the rest of the year. So however you choose to spend the next few weeks, please stay safe and make some amazing memories. And I will see you in 2024. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.